Okay. You know, he's hitting that break shot awfully square. He made a ball on the break.
He left himself with a tough shot on the 1.
Now, the 5 ball's too far off the rail to play this billiard. Because if we played the billiard, you'd want the cue ball to go to the end rail and then into the 5. We'll see what he decides to do here. It's hard for me to tell the way he's bridging this. Well, he was playing to cut the 1 ball in, ladies and gentlemen, if you can believe that. Long distance. But that was a smart shot. He had sideboards with the 5, and he got a bit of a bad roll that it didn't go. Now here's a shot that if he can't hit this, he could go to the end rail. He'd have to hit it easy, though. A lot of left English. And the 1 ball hits the 5, the side rail, and goes back in the middle of the end rail, and the cue ball comes back down to this end. Now that's if he can't hit it straight away. And as I look at it on the monitor, and that's a nice shot of it, there's not much of that 1 ball sticking out there, Dan. This takes a perfect hit.
Yes, it does, but he's aiming as if he had some kind of shot to the corner.
Well, I think it goes if he can hit the 1 ball. I think it goes. Oh, look at that. Well, for Efren, I feel for him, Dan, because he made as nice a hit on that 1 ball as you could ever hope to make. And, you know, either you make it or you snooker the guy beyond redemption, and there was just enough of that sticking out there. And now Ramil makes a nice hit on it, but unfortunately, Efren has no shot. And again, it's brutal. It could be 5-3 maybe instead of maybe 4 apiece if he doesn't get it safe or make it here.
Well, he made a nice hit on the ball, and he got a real good roll out of it.
Yeah. Now, I'll tell you the safety I like here. I'm not going to worry about the 1 so much, but I want to use quite a bit of left English, and I want the cue ball to spin off the left side of the 1 and go over gently into the 4 ball. That's assuming the 5 ball doesn't interfere with it. He's looking at that, right? This was kind of a nice fat hit, not real thin. And you don't hit it hard. Oh, he elected to well, that was interesting. He did it just the same shot exactly that I had mine, only he hit it harder, right?
Oh, yes, he did.
He went through the ball a little bit like I wanted to, except I would have used running English, and he didn't use much English.
Well, he left Efren with a tough shot here.
Oh, I wouldn't shoot this. This is the 1-5 combination is really tough. Now, Dan, maybe the 1's dead off the 8. If so, he could take a 1 real kick at this, and if he hits the outside of the 1, he makes it. Or he could hit it easy, and maybe it ends up behind the 8. At any rate, I think that's going to be his shot, is to go to the side rail, try to hit the outside of the 1. He looked at it. Okay, now I like this shot too, except that it's not laying real good to hit the one as thick as I normally want to hit this shot. I like to knock this shot roughly towards the 2-ball. You must be careful not to hit the 8 after contacting the second rail. Well, he made a good shot there.
He left that for a long but makeable shot. Let's see how he hits it.
That's very tough here. See, having to elevate the cue and hit it an unnatural speed caused him to miss that. You know, if he wanted to, he could take a bank at this and probably have it safe if he didn't make it, you know, across the corner bank. Or he could play safe. I like shooting at this because the safety is no cinch anyway. And it carries with it automatic position pretty much.
And if he misses, he's got a good chance to be safe. So
right,
it's a good shot.
Well, he can't make it, but he can see at least part of it. Now, he might be able to play a nice little one-pocket takeout shot by cutting the 1-ball to his left a little bit with a touch of left English. And the cue ball should go roughly towards the 3-ball. He's got to watch the kiss, right? And he's playing to knock that out of there 2 rails. Has to cut it enough to miss the point, just like that. Nice shot, Efren. Nice shot. Now, I don't know how much pocket billiard intelligentsia we have in attendance here today, but that was exactly how he played that. And the 3-railer, by the way, is on, and that's an interesting shot because for one pocket, you wouldn't think that 3-railer would be a possibility, right?
No, not at all.
You'd think it's off angle, you can't make it, and it's totally free if you hit it right. Now look at this cleverness of this.
Oh, he hit the shot perfect.
Oh, what
Beautiful
a great
shot.
defender. His cue ball was traveling slowly when it reached about where he wanted it to stop. Oh, that was a nicely executed shot. Now, there's an exact case where one pocket does help your game because the average 9-ball player, and no disrespect, believe me, intended, wouldn't see that possibility. It took some knowledge to beat the kiss, to control the direction of the 1-ball. Beautifully, beautifully done. Well, there's no mystery to this. You got to go 2 rails, I think. I use a spot on the wall system for this. The S, the first S on the AccuStats, right the middle of it is where I would aim. So if he aims his cue ball at the middle of that, I predict he hits the 2-ball full in the face. And I'm looking right at it. That's if he goes 2 rails. Okay. What is he doing here?
So you think about jumping it again?
He's going to tie the 4
7.
up on the 9, I guess. I don't know what else he's trying to do. Pretty good shot. Except that the 9 may be dead. It would be dead if the 5 weren't there, I think. He could throw it in.
Well, I could play the 2 on the side and just roll it over to break up the 4-9. I think that's what he's looking at.
Well, I like getting on the 3 to go into him. The 3. I like getting on the 3 to go into him. The 3 lays pretty good.
I'm sorry, I didn't see the 3.
Well, the way you talked about, though, if he went on the inside of the 4, he'd have probably position on the 3 anyway. But this lays perfect to get the right angle here, right? Now, the way he ended up, though, he's got to hit this easy and hit the ball first with a lot of left English to go into the 4-ball. He's got to go 2 rails, Dan. Like this. Nice shot. And that's a little hard luck. They may have a tournament official watch this, but I don't think there's any chance he's going to foul the ball. Down to the end rail, low right English here. So it'll kind of deaden up like this. Very nice. And notice, you know, he controlled the 4-ball, so the worst that could happen, he leaves a long, difficult shot. I don't even know what I would do with this. This is really tough. Tell you there's a shot here, though. What about hitting this 4-ball and trying to knock it on the left-hand side rail and the cue ball up towards the 7-9, because the 5 blocks it from going, right?
Right.
You got a chance to get a snooker. Maybe you leave it tough. It only takes about a 1/4 ball hit or even an 1/8 of a ball hit. Well, that's rough.
Well, he just tried to play some distance, leave the cue ball on the end rail, and who knows where the 4 goes. Maybe just leave everyone with a long, tough shot. But he got a bad roll and it hit the tit of the side pocket.
Well, that's the trouble with that shot. Unless you're playing on a really slow table, to get that high ball to kill the cue ball, you have to hit the object ball harder than you want to. Case in point, how many times have you played in a game of 1 pocket and you go to take a ball out of your opponent's pocket, long distance, not his pocket, but away from by his pocket, but not hung up in it, and you hit it so hard it goes 4 rails, you know? You don't mean to, but you do. Well, Ramil's going to get a chance to make another comeback here. It's going to be 5-3 if Efren pockets these 2 remaining balls. Shot.
Oh, nicely done. And
yeah.
Looks like Efren's going to go up 5-3.
A lot of knowledge in that rack there, Dan. That 3-rail 1-ball shot, I love that.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Yeah,
It's definitely a thing of beauty.